we have done refuge in the morning revision. So the next important thing is we must have is when we're doing the practice, we must have a compassionate heart, okay, and also the importance of the four immeasurables. The four immeasurable, which is the universal compassion of love, of joy, happiness, and equanimity. Okay, so it's like the saying we say, may all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings have joy, may all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings have joy and the supreme joy and never be separated from the supreme joy. May all beings have joy and never be separated from the supreme joy. Then may all beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings enjoy, have what? Never be separated. May all beings never be separated from the supreme joy that is beyond all miseries. And may all beings abide in infinite equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So, may all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. Okay? So, when we are talking about may all beings have happiness and the causes, it's not as per se, oh, you can have happiness and so it means that, you know, whatever it takes to make somebody happy, just allow that to flow. For example, when you make an offering to the altar, okay, you are offering some fruits or some flowers in the altar. And then, whatever in the altar there says, no, I don't want your gift. Please take back your gift. You will feel so dejected. So that's why the altar, whatever offer, no noise comes from the altar. You just happily offer the altar, you feel very happy. Right or not? Similarly, if you give a gift to a friend, okay, you buy a gift, you give to a friend. The friend says, no lah, I got this already lah, don't want. Choop, you already feel not happy.
But the order don't have mouth, ma.
Huh?
The order cannot speak.
What?
The order cannot speak.
Exactly. So that is why you feel happy. So it's better to offer to the altar. So you see, so happiness is sometimes very, we don't subtle. We don't really, how you say, observe this, we are not aware. That's why a lama, a yogi, never refuse any offering one. Especially if it is a donation. You never say, you give a donation, ayo, so small lah, take back lah. You know? So this is the importance of the happiness, of how to achieve happiness in life. Okay, merits, when you give happiness, you will automatically receive merits. How does this happen? See, many times I've spoken about this story of the poor lady offered a light. There was a time when Buddha was in a certain town in India, coming to his village. And the people, the businessmen, the entrepreneurs, the village people, they started to decorate a whole hall, the stadium kind of thing. So with offering of lights. That means the rich And the famous, their lights are here, made of gold and silver, the offering cup, okay, out there. Those not so rich is made of porcelain and whatnot. And as you go further down, made of clay, made of, what do you call this, the mud, kind of, what do you call it? Huh?
Potteries.
Not, you know, the lamp holder that's made from mud, what do you call it? Ceramic or something.
Terracotta.
Huh?
Terracotta.
Terracotta?
Stoneware.
Anyway, you can see those mud, you make a mud, then you heat up the mud, then you can contain the clay, okay, made from clay holder. So this is the level of these people. So how you are rich, you can offer near the Buddha, because the Buddha is going to sit up on the throne there. Okay, so the lights offerings are near there. So they have this, they made this room. Then this poor lady, there was a lady from the village who was actually no family, husband already, you call this what, a widow, no husband and no children. And she does all the errands for the village people, and very poor, very, very poor. So poor that even her dress, her sari, is in tattered condition. Okay. She was so filled with joy. Oh, the Buddha is coming to this town, is coming to this village. I too must offer the light. Oh, I got no money. She has no money to offer the light. So what did she do? She went to ask, can you give me something, some holder to hold the lamp? Nobody wanted her around. When they see her, they run away, chase her away. Hey, you cannot you this condition. How you offer light to Buddha? Chase her away. So she got no choice. Those clay that was broken down on the ground. On the ground there was broken clay, just a piece of something like this, just a piece of broken clay. Okay. She picked up that clay. And then she went to ask for oil to the person selling the oil. The person chased her away. You got no money to buy oil. So she got no choice. So whatever those oil they put on the lamps, the oil lamp, she pick up those from the ground, the oil. Little by little, pick up the oil from the ground. Okay. Now she got the clay holder, she got the oil. No wick. How to light the wick? So, and she asked, can you please give me the wick, the wick. Nobody wanted to give her the wick. So she says, okay. From her tattered sari, tattered cloth, she tore one piece, she made nice silk and use it as a wick. So now, there is no fire. She tried to borrow, there was no smokers around, so no lighter. Okay, so she tried to borrow matches from people to give them light. Nobody wanted to give her a lighter, but she still tried and waited. So there was one guy who lit the lamp, and what you call is normally when they light the lamp, they use the incense, they dip the incense into oil, light the lamp, and then from there they light the other lamps. So this incense still have the fire. She took the fire and she lit a lamp. Okay, lit her container. And she was holding the container where to put. Everybody, you can't put here, you are not qualified. So what she did was, at the most outside gate of the stadium, there was a little bit of shelf. So she placed the lamp at the fence. The fence, there was a shelf. she just placed the lamp on the shelf facing the Buddha throne. You know. Of course, there was no chance for her to get near the Buddha or the monk. She was just hiding in the corner there, very joyful for the Buddha to come to the place to give teaching and blessing. And then Buddha went up to the throne and gave teaching. And after that, wow, you see all the lamp lighted up. Buddha, after the teach, and Buddha closed his hand. Boom! The wind came, blew away all the lights. The first light to go off was the richest people, all those lights there. The first one, shh, one row of lights went off. Shh, second row of light went off. Shh, third row of light went off. Shh, all the light went off. Only one light remained down at the shelf near the fence. And this light began to glow brighter and brighter and brighter. And this only light that brightened up the whole space of darkness. And Buddha says, this lamp comes from the heart, pure heart, effort, pure generosity, perfect generosity, perfect ethics. Because she never steals from others, you know. So it's a perfect ethics. How do you say, perfect effort. She went to make every effort to get this lamp lighted. Because of this, everybody was happy because instead of in the dark, now this whole place lighted up, become a happy place. And she was also happy because she was able to offer this light from her heart. So you can see this subtle happiness. It doesn't mean that we can offer everything that is big and what make people happy. Sometimes when we offer something that is genuine, it can also be something happy. To make all beings happy. Genuinely. May all beings be well and happy. That is always what the prayer is. So that is wishing pure happiness. Then you have what we call this the joy. So what is this joy we are talking about? The only joy a person can enjoy is no more coming back to samsara. The supreme joy that's beyond all miseries. And this is the joy when you have attained the realization, the enlightenment. That's beyond all miseries. That is the most powerful joy. Isn't it? So, and from the happiness and joy, and what is the other one now? We have
being equanimity, free from attachment.
Yeah.
Aversions and sorrow.
So because of this attachment of aversion, nepotism. Okay, all my own people I promote all. Then what happened to the other group of people? They get angry. I'm also qualified. Why only you favor your own people? Why only you give blessing to these people? I also have offering. Just because this person close to you, you offer, you give more blessing. So, that's why we all beings have equanimity free from attachment and aversion. So this equanimity sometimes in real life is not easy to practice. But if you were to really look deep into it, it can. miss out the other one, which is may all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Okay. So this is the one, that's what we are doing. So we know that when we come to this world, okay, no matter whether you are from the highest category, whether from the king or the prime minister's family or the Tan Sri family or what, as long as you are in this samsara world, there is going to be pain. The pain comes from emotions. And it's more pain when it's time for the person to leave this world. No matter how, there is going to be some, how you say, affection, attachment. And that's where the pain comes in. So, when we say free from suffering and the causes of suffering, we have to practice in a sense practice to a standard to achieve the understanding of what is the cause of all the suffering, getting rid of all our poisons, getting rid of all our emotions. Then only we can relieve all the suffering from the people. And how does this happen in life? You see, sometimes we think when we give to helping certain people, we are compassionate to them. Like in a certain country, okay, the leader think that they are being compassionate to this group of people. Everything they want, they give. Everything they want, they give. Until so much already, these people cannot be independent. They depend so much on this giving. So the compassion is not really helping the growth of a person. Same thing like a sick person. Okay. Ayo, the person is sick. Oh, okay. Oh, you go there, you give the water, you give massage, everything. This person is, oh yeah. You are giving compassion, yes, do all the things for this person, sick person. But the person is saying, it's only because I'm sick I get so much attention. Why should I get well? If I'm well, I can walk away, nobody is going to give all this attention to me. So it's better to be sick. So the compassion, okay, we want people to be free from suffering. But we must also learn to understand that if we give without really thinking about it, it's not helping. So the person, instead of waking up, he goes into more stupor, more like sleeping. They won't wake up to be independent, to work themselves out. So the compassion here is, when we say immeasurable compassion, we must also think that we give compassion, but with real, how do you say, unconditional compassion to people. But we must also think that, all this is not only for the, how you say, for the humans. We must also think of the mosquitoes, we must also think of the viruses, we must also think of all this. Cockroaches, the rats, the mosquitoes. Why? So this unconditional compassion, The mosquito did not say, "Oh, I love you, so and so. Now I'm going to give you this, what is that virus? Aedes." No, it's because they didn't even know they are carrying the virus. Instead they say, "Oh, I love you. Let me give you a hug." They put the virus on you already, but they think they are actually loving you. But still, as a human, we still give compassion to these beings. They are so unfortunate. They are born being a mosquito. Then we wake up. Let's make sure we don't be born as a mosquito. Let's make sure that we are born again in the human form if we have to. Or don't come back. Let's attain the rainbow body. Follow Yuthok's teaching and become attain rainbow body if you can. And don't come back again, whatever it is, because our karma we never know. Unconditional compassion. Okay. So this is the no suffering again. So people suffer, not necessarily they want to suffer, but it's because the conditions make them suffer. Okay. Then the supreme joy. So the only way to have this supreme joy is we ourselves achieve some kind of enlightenment or some kind of how you say, understanding of this samsara, understanding what causes our suffering. So this then only we can have all this supreme joy. We will never be separated from this supreme joy. Never separated means that always the enlightenment mind is within us, the Buddha mind is within us. We should not be separated from this Buddha mind. Yeah? Okay. Then equanimity, as I have explained, I have jumped. So equanimity is more to attachment.
Aversion.
Aversion is like you don't like the person want to contribute. Because you don't like the person, you don't want the person's contribution. Because you don't like the person, you don't want the person to attend the gathering. So you have a party. The party is supposed to be a gathering of everybody. But because you don't like the person, you say, "I'm not going to invite this person to the party." So that is what aversion is about. So you should not have all this when we are in the practice. So during the retreat, we will be meditating on how to develop the, what you call this, the happiness. How to really achieve this. So we will be having methods in the retreat to develop these 4 immeasurables. So here we will just, on the theory, why you need this, for the practice. Okay, just now we were talking about the benefits of prostrations. Okay, so we couldn't show our friends overseas on the camera the prostration because the camera does not record it in the sequence. So therefore, for those who are unable to see the practical part of the prostration, we'll do it in the retreat. We'll repeat this again in the retreat. But just a summary, when we do the prostrations, our physical body will be benefited, our energy body will be benefited, the mental and the spiritual body will also be benefited, because the vibrations of the prostration, the way we prostrate, all these 4 bodies will definitely be transformed.
4 bodies.
Yeah, the physical, mental, emotion and spiritual.
Physical, mental, emotion.
So these bodies will be transformed for the better. And after that, we also demonstrated on the mandala why we need to do the mandala offering, and the purpose of the mandala offering is to be able to learn to let go. to the universe, to the Mount Meru. We offer with big generosity to the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, this mandala offering. And because the mandala offering, we are also focusing on our mind, because we are not only saying the prayers of offering, we will be doing this practically with our wrist on the rice, our crystals offering on the base of the mandala, and then we'll be sending off and receiving it. So all this, there will be benefit, because there's a lot of, when we do mandala offering, there's a lot of meridians beneficial to the physical body, also from here which we are massaging when we are doing the mandala offering. And therefore, when we do that, we have a perfect location, perfect guru, perfect assembly, perfect teaching, and perfect timing. So this is the Shambhoga Gaya, what you call this view on this mandala offering. Okay. For the Namana Kaya, we offer all things we are mentally attached in our life, like our loved ones, fortune, wealth, power, strength, and life itself, and so on. So, and for the Dhammakaya is referred to the offering of the pure aspect of the mind, all phenomena and display of our primordial wisdom, spontaneous presence, which is beyond pure and impure existence or non-existence, a perfect and spontaneous mind, and its greatest offering is the absolute Guru, Yuthok. So we are learning also how to let go of all these things. So prayers will be done during this offering, and as we pray, we do this offering. We also have explained the practical aspect of the circumambulation. Unfortunately, the camera unable to take the full picture of the circumambulation because we are moving around, so the picture is not recorded in the video. So when we do the medicine Buddha practice, and especially during the circumambulation, we are actually chanting the Diyendam Vekanse, Maha Vekanse, Raja Shamogate Soha, or even the long Guru mantra. Okay, because medicine Buddha has made 12 vows to illuminate the countless realms with his radiance, enabling anyone to become a Buddha, to awaken the minds of sentient beings through his energy, to provide sentient beings with whatever material needs they require, to correct heretical views and inspire beings towards the path of the Buddha, to help beings follow the moral and positive precepts, to heal beings born with deformities, illness or other physical suffering, to help relieve the destitute and the sick, to help sentient beings achieve a desired rebirth, to help heal mental afflictions and delusions, to help free the oppressed from suffering, to relieve those who suffer from terrible hunger and thirst, and to help clothe those who are destitute and suffering from cold and from the mosquitoes. So when we do the medicine Buddha practices, these are the benefits because of his vow. So now we come to purification. Okay, purification is we are calling upon the Buddha Vajrasattva. Okay, Vajrasattva purification is the most effective I found in my practices during this whole journey. Because it's so simple actually. When we recite the mantra Om Vajrasattva Hom, when you are bathing, when you are showering, you can actually visualize Vajrasattva above. And as you shower, imagine this water that's coming down, purifying you, cleansing you. That is the Vajrasattva's nectar coming down, purifying you. So, and what we can do is also during this Vajrasattva practice, in tradition is every time we do this practice is because sometimes when we are doing prayers, when we are chanting, our mind may be wandering, our mind may pollute the prayers or may pollute what we are doing. So when we do the Vajasattva prayers or the chanting, especially I think the 100 syllable mantra, Om Benza Sato Samaya Manu Palaya Benza Sato Dino Batisatito Me Bawa Shukro Sayo Me Bawa Sukro Sayo Me Bawa Anu Ratu Me Bawa Savasini Me Praja Sawakama Sucha Me Sitam Sri Guru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatara Gata Vatrama Me Muncha Vajra Bawa Mahasamaya Hom Pe. So when we do this, we are actually calling on all the Buddhas and all the Bodhisattvas for purification. So it's a very powerful 100 syllable mantra. So every time we do every prayer, whatever rituals we do, because all of us are still in a very beginning stage, so they are bound to make mistakes. So Vajasattva chanting will purify all these mistakes. So therefore, after the practice, we should not leave any fear within us that we didn't do things proper. So with this purification, not only purify our mind, purify our body, our speech and mind too. So the chanting, this is so powerful when we do this practice during the retreat. So whatever bad actions that we have done, so we confess that we hope we do not want to repeat this action again. Chant the mantra, do the visualization, do the the physical practice as well as the mental practice. This will help purify all the bad things that has been occurred in our life. Okay. So, in summary, the key point of the practice is to purify the physical body, to purify the energy, to purify the mental emotions in this Vajasattva practice as well. And during the retreat, we will also be doing the Kusali practice. Kusali practice was discovered or was, created by beautiful Bodhisattva Machik Lamdok. She was born in 1031 and passed on 1129 in Buddhahood. So during this is a way of purifying what you call this, because in the teachings we have 52 aggressive aggressive Buddhas and 48 peaceful Buddhas within us, deities within us. So actually the peaceful one is less than the wrathful ones. So, and to do this wrathful purification balance, so this is what we do, the Kusali offerings. So this 180 within us is made up of 48 peaceful and 52 wrathful. So it's because in our life the wrathful always activate faster than the peaceful. So during this, during the retreat, we will be visualizing our body cut up, and then cut up, and then we will be offering all this piece by piece back to the universe or back to the people that we owe. Whatever karmic, like we owe in the previous life or whatever life, we cut and we offer back. So we eat a lot of meat, so we offer back to all these beings that we have eaten, this physical body. So this is also the way of purifying. And that is the Kusali practice. And in between this meditation,
Imagine after 98 years old.
yeah. So this will be the practice we'll be doing in what you call this during the retreat. And of course, in the retreat, we'll be also doing the protectors practice, which I believe is very important. So the Shanglong protectors practice, very simple. very not so demanding. We can offer tea, we can offer alcohol, whatever is convenient for us. Even water, if we don't have tea, we don't have alcohol, we can just offer water in the practice. So that will be the protected offering. So, and of course, at the end of the day, we'll be doing puja to the 4 classes of him, to the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, to deities, and then to the Vedas, then to the Dakas and Dakinis, and then to the protectors, to the local protectors, and even to the human level beings. So this is called the celebration of the feast in the practice at the end of the day. So this all will be done in group, and after the retreat, we'll be doing this Kana Puja, the great offering. So all in all, the whole retreat is about purification, giving, letting go easily, and accumulating merits and accumulating blessing. So this is what the uncommon Ngondro is about. And of course, after the retreat, we have also talked more on Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is what we should do in our daily life so that we don't, this is to fill up the void. After purifying, after cleansing, we do not want to contaminate this body again, contaminate our life again. So we fill it up with Karma Yoga. We do more good things to the service. We give service to the community, help in clinics, help in healing. Whatever healing, if you are a Tibetan, if you are a traditional doctor, Tibetan doctor, give the healing. Chinese doctor, if you are a practitioner of whatever arts, in the healing arts, we try to give it to the community. This is the Karma Yoga. And of course, encourage more people to send the love and more people to send care to their families as well as to Mother, to the planet Earth. This is very important. And if possible, try to cut down on meat. Try to cut down on meat eating. Eat more vegetable. It's actually for health purpose because nowadays a lot of meat has got too many hormones injection and also too many chemicals.